Hi, and welcome to day 18 of the Headspace journey. Now, when we're learning to train the mind in this way, it's quite common to feel a certain amount of physical agitation, discomfort, or pain. Sometimes this is pain that's already there, it's just that we're so busy and distracted in everyday life, we're not really that conscious of it. And so it's only when we sort of pause and we sit and we're aware in this way that we become conscious of it. But sometimes it can be simply we're not used to sitting still this long. And so as the pain becomes more obvious, we start to resist it. It's a little bit like the agitation in the mind. We resist it, and in resisting it, we actually create more tension, more discomfort. So if you should experience any pain or discomfort in the body today, notice what happens when you give up the resistance towards it. But for now, as always, just take a minute to get comfortable. Make sure you're sat upright but relaxed. Eyes open, nice soft focus. And when you're ready, starting with some deep breath. And with the next exhalation, just closing the eyes and just allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm, in and out through the nose. As you just become more aware of gravity, the weight of the body pressing down, and just noticing those different physical sensations. Noticing any sounds, and then just bringing the attention back to the body again. Starting to become a little bit more aware of the general feeling in the body today. Quality of heaviness, lightness, restlessness, stillness, comfort, discomfort. And when you're ready, starting at the top of the head, just scanning down towards the toes as you become more aware of those different feelings, those different qualities in the body right now. And at the same time, just acknowledging any particularly strong, obvious emotion. Not thinking about it, just noticing that feeling. As always, just take a moment to be clear about your motivation, your intention. It may well change from day to day, and that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you try to bring in an element of just recognizing how this exercise can impact those around you as well as yourself. And then just gently bringing the attention to the breath. Remember, there's nothing to do at this stage. Body knows how to breathe. We're just noticing where in the body that movement is strongest and becoming a bit more familiar with the rhythm of the breath. And when you're ready now, just starting to count the breaths as they pass. Remember, if at any stage you feel any physical discomfort or pain in the body, just notice what happens when you give up any resistance to that feeling. And now just letting go of any focus. Remember, if the mind wants to be busy, let it be busy. If it wants to focus on discomfort, let it focus on discomfort. Just let the mind be completely free to do whatever it wants to do. And just gently bringing the attention back now. Back into the body, back into the physical sensations. Back into the other physical senses, any sounds, any smells, maybe even any tastes, as you just bring the mind back into the space around you. And in your own time, just gently opening the eyes. And before you move off to whatever you're doing next, just reflecting on that idea that usually when we experience a sense of discomfort or pain, the tendency is to push against it, to try and get away from it somehow. And yet when we do that, we actually create more tension. So when we train the mind, we kind of flip that around. Instead, we try and move closer towards it. It's almost as though we're sort of sinking down into the pain, into the discomfort. And funnily enough, when we do that, we usually find a greater sense of comfort. We certainly find a greater sense of curiosity and a greater understanding of how the body and mind interact.